stand. She believed that if Jesus had been there, her brother would not have died. She went as far as to say, I know that whatsoever you ask of God, I will give it to you. Jesus said unto her, your brother will rise again. And then she replies back again, I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection in the last days. But Jesus told her, I am the resurrection. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. But she's a little different than the first three we talked about. And if you'll notice, all four of these is touching home with us. Martha doubted. She doubted. She believed. A lot of us believe, but there's a little bit of doubt in our lives, isn't it? And you know what doubt is? It is the devil's perverted way of faith. James 1:6-7 says, but let him ask in faith, not wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed. For let not the man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. But some of you have ever been to the beach and stood on the shore when the waves come in and hit your ankles, your knees, or whatever, and when it goes out, it takes the sand out from under you. When we doubt God, that's what happens to us. It takes a little bit out each time. Each time those waves and the trials and the heartaches come, our faith gets weak, we doubt, and then it just pulls more out from under us. And we need to get a grip on it. We are no different than them. Why is it that we're all times seeking a touch from God? Mind you, there's nothing wrong with that. Why can't we practice our faith like the woman with the issue of blood? Her faith touched him by acting on it. She reached out. And I think sometimes our prayers aren't answered, Pastor, because God wants us to make the first move. He wants us to reach and touch him. A lot of us do what Mark 7:6 says. We believe with our mouths and not with our hearts. We're no different than the three that believed and the one that doubted. We get discouraged when we don't see healing or deliverance in our lives. Again, is your faith strong enough to receive what you're asking God for? You know, John 3:16 tells me that for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. I want to close with these statements. Do I believe that over 2,000 years ago that a man that I've never seen called Jesus carried my cross up that hill to Golgotha? Stripes was on his back for me. His blood was shed for me. Do I believe that? Yes. And when I get ready, and when it's my time to cross death's chilling water, I'm going to be able to do it with peace in my heart now. I couldn't years ago. Why? Because I've allowed my faith to be strong enough to receive what God has promised me. And you know how I can say that? I was once a dead man walking, Pastor, but on my road to Damascus, I met the resurrection. Woo! I met him. He's delivered me. He's lifted me up. He's increased my faith. So I challenge you tonight to think about this. You may not think that you're not affecting anybody by your doubt or your unbelief on things, but we are. We are. And we need to ask God to forgive us and to increase our faith and to help us. Just like the two blind men and the leopard, they went and told the things that had happened. And I think that's what we need to do. We need to get out more. We need to tell people. We need to tell the people in this hurting world that's once tried Jesus and didn't see enough of him in the church that they went into or whatever, and he's still there. We're in a house of bread. We need to get the bread back in the house. We need to bring God back.